Welcome to the replay, everyone. Today is July 15th, and we are going to be starting Janelle's next bullet journal. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up here, and then we'll dive into Janelle's journal. Okay. Oh, and now I grabbed the wrong color of journal for her. Even after confirming with her. There we go. Vanilla. Welcome here, you guys. I'm just getting set up, and we are going to be starting a new custom bullet journal tonight for Janelle. So she went with clay for her last journal. So we're going to start a vanilla journal for her tonight. I'm just kind of putting away some of my markers and stuff that I have out from last night when we were doing our calligraphy and everything, so that I can start with my desk as more of a blank slate. I'm excited to get this new studio space set up as something that I more permanently like, because I like how it's set up right now, but I have my desk in the middle of the room so that I can one day film a few lives with the shelves behind me with journals so that people can see the product options. But that also means that my charms, I'm always scared they're gonna fall off. And so now I feel like I need to be extra careful to keep my desk not crowded so that things don't fall off. But I don't really have great desk organization, so it's all a work in progress. But anyways, welcome here, you guys. We're gonna start on Janelle's custom bullet journal today. This is a 12-month custom. And let me tell you what we are working with. So I just make a little form like this for every customer. So let's start with the notes, because that's kind of an important overview. So the notes for Janelle: she doesn't want any bright colors in her journal. She loves pastels, especially yellow and pink, and then warm greens, which is why you saw in her previous journal, if you guys were here for that, all 6 themes in her previous journal had the same color palette. It was a pastel yellow, a pastel pink, pastel blue, 2 greens, and 2 browns. That was the color palette for the whole journal. We added a purple for a couple of months, but we stuck within her color palette. And then she wants a vanilla journal, which is what I'm going to open up here in just a second. And then she changed her mind from what we did in her last journal, where we had the 4 weekly pages with different prompts on every page. Instead, she wants to just have normal weekly spreads where she can write a mini journal entry kind of every day of the week with the memories and stuff from that day. So the yearly spreads we're going to do last again. But for the monthly spreads, we're going to have a title on the right-hand side and then a 1-page calendar on the left-hand side. And then the next page will be a 2-page family worship layout, which I'm not 100% sure how we're going to set up yet, so I might just wait for her. She wants to try to join one of these lives eventually. And then for themes, the only 2 or 3, that were locked in for certain months was for April, she wants mangoes. May, she wants Hawaii. July, she wants summer vacation. And then the 2 other themes that she asked for were sushi and calico kitten. So I just kind of placed those wherever, and we can definitely move them around. But yeah, that is what we're getting started on today on Janelle's journal. So I'm thinking we're just going to go straight in and start with January, which means we get to choose the theme from scratch. So if you guys have any theme ideas for January, you can let me know. Put those in the comments now while I get the journal unpacked and get ready to go. And also while I show you guys what I was working on this afternoon. I finished an entire month in the pre-made bullet journal today, which is I don't know what I was on because I never move that fast. But anyways, so August, you guys voted for an ocean theme. So this is the blank page that goes beside it. This is the title. So far, the poll. So I had a poll. Oh, right. I'm not in editing mode. That was asking if you guys like this in light gray so that you can go in with whatever color you choose, or in black. Most people right now are saying light gray. You still could go in with black. I really like how it looks with black actually for this theme, just because there's so many black outlines all over the page already. Here, let me show you. So I personally, for most times that I do big calligraphy, I prefer it to be in a color and not in black. I feel like for this month, black actually looks really good. But so far, leaving it light gray so that you can color it yourself is winning the poll. And that means you could still do black. But anyways, I just wanted to show you this because I spent all afternoon. Both boys napped so amazingly well. So there's the blank page, the title, which I love, the calendar, so left side of the calendar and then right side of the calendar, the trackers, the memories page, and then the weekly spreads, which I also love. So this is, again, the left side here, and it's got August that you can color in for yourself, and then some little sea creatures. And then every week, the little doodle on this page is different. So that side stays the same, but then here we've got a different doodle, and then the doodle moves back up to the top, but it's a new one, then back down to the bottom, but it's a new one, and then back up to the top. So that's what I was working on today. Got the whole thing done, which is crazy. I felt super productive this afternoon, and it was fun. All right, let's see. Okay, lots of people saying snowflakes. Cold, cold, cold. Snowflakes. Cold. Snowshoe. Oh, that's cute. Cozy cabin, fireplace, cozy winter. Cold, icy, snowflakes. Floating lanterns. Thank you, Brittany. And thank you guys for all the likes. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to go to my Pinterest board and see if there's any themes that I want to include in the poll for January. Because what I'm hearing right now is kind of like a wintry theme that's like snowflakes and cold things. And then maybe a snowshoes theme could be separate, or a cozy theme could be separate, but it sounds like a lot of repetition. So I'm going to go in here and just see if there's anything else that I want to add to the vote so that we have a few more options to vote for. But yeah, and then we'll take a vote and see where we're at. I'm so tempted to do another gingerbread theme in her journal. Not for January, but she didn't choose anything for December, and I know that she loves Christmas, so I feel like this could be another opportunity. Let me think. January. I like this theme, like just little cookware kind of in dishes. That's kind of cute. Maybe I'll, oh, oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to just zoom in so I could screenshot. I feel like I'm so in digital art mode right now, and my art styles are just so different digital to physical, just because with digital I like only get a black outline tool, which I never use in my physical journal. So I'm picturing so many of these as digital themes, but that's not really what we're doing, nor what I want to be doing. Oh, guys. Any other theme ideas? Maybe there's more in the chat by now. I'm gonna go check the chat and then see if I come up with any more just off the top of my head. Okay, snowy evergreens. Oh, that's cute. Mountains and trees with snow. Hey, you guys. Alex, we are just starting Janelle's next custom bullet journal. So we finished one for her about a month and a half ago. That was July to December of this year. And this is going to be her memory keeping journal for all of 2025. So she did switch up the pages. We're looking for a theme for January, starting with January. So yes, she did switch up the pages. We're going with normal 2-page weeklies instead of her other 4-page weeklies, so that we can fit the entire journal in one. Sky, that sounds very cute, but sounds a little bit too out of my depth. I don't use watercolor or anything when I'm doing custom bullet journals, so I'm not really sure how I would achieve that look, but it sounds beautiful. Okay, so let's do a poll. Oh, right, now Paige isn't a moderator. Is there a moderator that is here who is available to start a poll for us? If not, I can try to start it. Okay, well, let's just come up with the contenders. So the first one is going to be snowflakes. Lots of people were saying snowflakes. The next one, let's do the snowy trees, which could have some snowflakes as well. And then for the third one, I feel like these are all kind of on the same theme. No moderator needed. You're funny, Anahi. Okay. Honestly, I should just make my other account a moderator as well. Oh, penguins. I have done some cute penguin themes in the past. Okay, let me think here. Snowflakes. We could combine so many of these. Okay, but let's just do them separate for now. Oh, Paige, nice, you're back. Okay, let's do 4 options. Most of them are very similar, and we would just kind of do slight variations, but they're all very wintry. So let's make the first option snowflakes, just a straight up snowflakes theme. Second option will be ice skating. Might have some snowflakes in there, but not as the main emphasis. Third option will just be like winter scenery, like a log cabin, evergreens with snow on them, that kind of stuff. Might include some skating or snowflakes, but again, not the main theme. And then option 4 is going to be cookware. Random and not the same as the others. But okay, so option 1, pure snowflakes theme. Option 2, skating theme. Option 3, winter scene kind of thing with a log cabin, evergreen trees with snow on them, maybe some people skating, maybe some snowflakes, but more focused on the winter scenery. And then option 4 is cookware. Just a random one that I found on Pinterest. So I'm going to come back into here. You guys can go vote in the poll that's right underneath my name, and then we will get started. Oh yeah, sorry you guys, I didn't see your comments as I was having my iPad open. We're gonna do her yearly spreads last. Okay, option 3 was the log cabin and evergreens and stuff, hey? I do love that theme. I've done that one a few times. Okay, so let's go look for a layout on Pinterest. And honestly, I would love to hear from you guys. Do you enjoy voting for things like this, or do you enjoy more just like when I'm actually doodling? Because I know sometimes voting like this does take more time than I like especially when we're going through Pinterest now, we're going to look for the layout that we want to use. So I don't know if you guys like that part, like you enjoy being part of the process. I do not mind doing it at all. I just know that oftentimes I lose viewers at that time because we are just like on Pinterest and just kind of talking and planning things out. Okay, you do like voting? Okay, I'll keep it then, because if my faithful viewers like it, I will absolutely keep it. I just know that it tends to lose people, and I don't know if everyone is just sitting there like, oh, come on, we're on Pinterest again kind of thing. But I will keep it if you guys like it, absolutely. Okay, so I feel like I'm just going to end up doing kind of a little like scene for this, but I want to look around and see if there are any cover layouts that really like jump out at me that they would be good for this. So I'm just going to scroll from here and see what we've got. I love this. I need to use this layout for something sometime. Not strawberries, but something different. Love it. The ads. Nothing is really standing out to me right now as far as a layout goes for this. Man, there have been so many cute bullet journal themes done. Like, people have thought of everything. Wow. That's so pretty. I wonder if she actually did that with marker or with watercolor. It could be marker, actually. Ooh, that's cute. I should be saving these to my bullet journal board while we're here. Because so many bullet journal themes that I see on Pinterest, I've seen like 1,000 times because I'm always scrolling through bullet journal themes, but those are definitely new. And I like them. Okay, and also I love this. Okay, I'll stop just Pinteresting. But where is... Okay, it would look nothing like this, but I'll screenshot this as like a general layout, kind of instead of a juice box, like a cabin with some trees, maybe a little bit of plaid in the background, and then a calendar underneath. That would be one option. Okay, I'm going to screenshot this as the second option, even though it wouldn't really look much like that, but just for the sake of getting some options in there. Okay, let's see here. Oh, and then I also need to search for log cabin doodles because it's been a long time and I don't really remember how to do a log cabin. I kind of remember, but, or I guess I did more of like a ski lodge doodle is what I used to do when I would do a theme like this. And then have like a little skiing theme with little skiers going down the hill. Maybe I should just do that. Have any of you guys seen that theme? That I used to do that one fairly often in custom bullet journals, just like a little ski lodge kind of over here or something. Hills, a gondola lift, trees, and some skiers going down the hill. That kind of fits everything that we're looking for. I might just do that unless you guys are opposed. Something like this. You did that? Yeah, that's hilarious, Carson. I'm pretty sure I'm the original creator of that one. I didn't see it done anywhere else anyways. That was my first bullet journal theme in my very first art journal of journal. I showed you guys my first journal ever that was just garbage. And that's how I started my YouTube channel, was in that kind of garbage bullet journal. Yeah, with tiny ski people, yeah. But then once I finally got an actual bullet journal for the start of 2021, my first full year bullet journaling, that was my very first theme. And it went sort of viral, so I'm not surprised if you've done it or seen it. Okay, let's do that because it has the little cabin and lots of evergreens, and it just has some extra little doodles as well. Like for the page, could the February one work for the layout of the ski thing? It could. Totally. Yes, we are going to start Janelle's bullet journal tonight, which is a full custom journal, 12 months. Oh, I see, Paige. Gotcha. Yeah, so we're about to start a 12-month custom here. This will be first strokes on the page in this new journal. Let me get one more brown. We're going to choose our brown for the log cabin. And maybe while you guys vote, I'm going to read out her kind of information sheet again so that we're all on the same page with what she likes, so that we can make sure to be choosing things that fit. Ooh, that's a little bit more green than I would like. It's cute, but I'm gonna nix that one because it doesn't look at all like what the lid looked like. Let's see if I have another one in here. Okay, we'll see if this is different at all. Okay, yeah, that's a good variety. Okay, so let's just choose kind of our main brown for a log cabin. And I'll give you guys a chance to vote on these 4. And I also want to show you Janelle's kind of, I do this little, take all the information from the Google form and kind of just summarize it in a way that's more helpful for me to actually see while I'm working instead of scrolling through a whole Google form. So I'll just give you guys a chance to vote, and I'm going to put that down and show you her Google form, or her summary here. So we're not going to do the yearly spreads today. We're going to do that last. But the notes that she left was no bright colors. She loves pastels, especially pastel yellow and pink, and warm greens, and earthy tones like browns. And she wanted a vanilla bullet journal. Every month, we're going to have a title page on the right, calendar page on the left, and then a 2-page family worship spread after that. And then for the themes, the ones that are locked in are April is mangoes, May is Hawaii, July is summer vacation. All of the themes planned around vacation. I always get so jealous whenever I'm making her journals because they do so much vacationing. And then she also requested a sushi theme and calico kitten theme, but didn't care which month they went in, so I just kind of placed them randomly. But we're starting with January, which we get to choose. And yeah, that is basically the gist of her summary here, just so we're on the same page with like the types of colors and themes that she likes going forward in the journal. Number 2-1, perfect. Okay, the next important color is going to be green for trees and stuff. And keep in mind she does like very like, what did she call them? Soft green, warm green? Yeah, I think she called it a warm green. So that's what we're looking for here. And obviously it's for an evergreen tree. So also it should look like an evergreen tree. Jill, you don't like the color poll? Okay. That's good to know. Does anyone else feel that way about the color polls? Like you would, oh, that's not evergreenish at all. That's not the green I meant to grab. Like you would rather just vote on like layout things and then make the color voting polls shorter? Something like that? Or do you like to vote for the colors? Carson agrees. Cadence, we haven't done a thing. We've been here the entire time just choosing things. You guys agree? Wait, agree as in you don't want to do votes for every color? I am fine with that. I just want to... Okay, no voting for colors. Well, I'm going to put it up here for this one because I already swatched them. I will just say... I would go with number 3. I feel like when I hear warm green, number 3 instantly comes to mind. Brittany, Janelle never accepted your adoption request. Oh, that's devastating. I know, if I was going to be adopted by anyone, it would be Janelle. Okay. Okay, so these are going to be kind of the 2 key colors for this theme. So let's vote for those and then leave it at that. If I want to add any other colors, which I know I will for the little skiers, I'll just choose them myself. You guys, you should see a little like clipboard icon right under my name. If you could go put your vote in there, that would be the best place for it. Because then TikTok will tally it all up and tell me who won. Instead of doing them in the comments, it just gets a little confusing. Hey, Janessa, how's it going? Thank you for joining. Yes, Cadence, this one is starting in January. And that's what we're doing today. Yeah, that makes sense, Nicole, voting for combos. Okay, so from now on, maybe I'll do either color combinations you vote on or just kind of choosing like the 1 or 2 main colors and then I'll fill in the gaps with colors that match those. Something like that. Okay, 3-1. Perfect. Then let's just get into it. And I want to pull up my little reference picture here. Actually, I should just look for my own I'm sure that it is probably on Pinterest. I don't have it saved, but let's see. January bullet journal, ski theme, Rylee, autumn. Searching for themes is actually so difficult because it doesn't, like people will just post a picture of a journal with no caption. So it's not exactly searchable. Okay, no, it's not showing up here. That was before I had Pinterest, so it'll only be on here if someone else posted it. Okay, well, no worries. I think I remember how I normally do it. Yes, it is a full 12-month journal, and Kay, yes, the customer does choose pretty much everything about the journal. When we start, themes, layouts, whatever they want to choose, they choose. And so for this one, we just finished a journal for Janelle Breads, and in order to fit that, I can only do 12 months total. That is the issue. All right, let's do some little like gondola type cars coming down with our favorite red. We've used this so many times. Oh yeah, Caitlin, for Janelle, she doesn't want very many yearly spreads, so I skipped, I think 6 or 8, but I think that's gonna be too many. Like I might end up just filling them for her or leaving them blank. It's just more than she requested. But yeah, if you're not sure what kinds of pages you'll need, that's a good question. I feel like for myself, I end up using around like 6 or 8 too. But it just kind of depends what you need your journal for, how many pages you're gonna want. Well, Remily, I guess if you would like not have if you would not have monthly spreads at all and like just have weeklies, I guess I could probably fit more months, but I'm not really able to do that math while I'm thinking about this. So it's 192 pages, so you can really divvy them up however you want, but just 12 months is kind of the basic one that I am used to doing. So I know all the, how many pages to allot to each thing kind of deal. Just add some hills here. Okay, we'll start with that for now. Summer's was full. I did end up having a few pages at the end, which I was hoping I would, but I wasn't totally sure. I don't count like super duper precisely. I probably should. Do some more trees out in the background here. And then we'll add a few little skiers. And the title somewhere. I wasn't even thinking about a title, so we'll have to just sneak it in wherever it fits. So Caitlin, if you're gonna do 2-page weekly spreads, here, let me tell you how I divide journals when I'm making a custom journal, Caitlin, in case this helps you. So in a 192-page journal, this is how I divide it. I'm gonna do 53 weekly spreads. Okay, lo-fi beats are kind of grating on my nerves right now. Let me just back that up a little bit. Okay, so when I have 192 pages, I account for 53 weekly spreads that are each gonna be 2 pages. So 53 times 2, 106, 192, subtract 106, whatever that is, like 86, I think. So then you've got 86 pages left. And then for every month, so 12 months, I use either 1, 2, 3, 4 pages or up to 6. So depending how many you want for your regular months, You can do 4 times 12 or 6 times 12, and then again, subtract that from your 100 or from your 86 number. And then the remaining amount is what you can use for yearly spreads. That's how I divvy things up for a custom journal. If that's helpful for divvying yours up. But yeah. All right, let's see here. What colors am I all gonna use for my little skiers? Thinking browns, reds, greens, and maybe like a yellow or something, or a blue, maybe a navy, or a gray blue. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, perfect, Caitlin. Yeah, so baseline 2-page weekly spreads, and then you've got 4 to 6 pages for each month. Choose if you're gonna want 4 or 6, and then just whatever is left is what you can use for yearly spreads. Okay. I'm gonna add a few little skiers now, and I'm just wondering where I should leave space for the title. We could put it up at the top. We could put it over here or here, or we could just have like very small, like stamped on like JAN 2026 or something down here. What do you guys think? I didn't really leave a ton of space for a title, but I don't want to draw skiers where we're gonna have our title. You think top left? Cadence, do you mean the empty journals in new colors? Okay, top left. Okay, then I'll leave top left open. And I'm just gonna start drawing some little skiers with very little detail on them. And just kind of have her little scarf. Little arms reaching out to hold the ski poles, pants, and maybe some hair. And then we'll do a little hat and skis and poles. Okay, there is the first little skier. Not a lot of detail, just a little, oh yeah, and then I like to do little like ski tracks going behind them. Oh, Cadence, I'm not entirely sure when they're gonna be here. They are en route already, but I don't have a lot of tracking information to go off of yet. Okay, and then maybe I'll put another little skier just like over here. And let's do a red scarf on this one, and maybe a matching red hat. And then we'll do some green pants. Oh, I forgot to do arms on this one. That's all right though, I'll just add them after. Oh, that is a long ski pole. Good enough. All right, there we've got 2 little skiers going down the hill. And what should we do for our title up here? We could do calligraphy, stamps, some sort of printing. Oh yay, Cadence, it's getting so close. Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of catching up on comments here. Oh yeah, Caitlin, that's a great idea for starting out. Just having a, like, kind of laying it out like I laid out Janelle's. And I'm just adding some white gel pen to our very scribbly little pine trees as a little bit of snow. And then I'm gonna move on to the next page. Well, actually onto the title and then the next page. I don't draw people, Cadence. That's why these have no faces, terrible proportions. This is the extent of my people drawing. I can do people like this, like, yeah, skiing or making snow angels or skating or something, but that is the full extent. Blue noser, I have those in the works, which I was just showing earlier, and I can totally show that again if you want to see what it's going to be like, if that's something you'd be interested in. But it is still in progress and won't be launching until hopefully October, possibly November. Yes, I just remembered the ski tracks for the other person as well, but I wanted to finish my snow. People in the ski lift. Oof, yeah, that's a good idea. That is a little tricky for me, but I'll try it. I'll do a green hat on her. And I guess I won't do a red jacket because then she'll blend in with the ski lift. Oh yeah, I could probably do surfers in the same sort of style. Actually, maybe I'll make it like Janelle and her son or something in the ski lift. That's a good idea. Good family moment. I have no idea if they like skiing, but and he'll have that jacket. Okay, perfect. Snow on the bottom tree. Yes, you're right. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like it. Okay, and then for title, what are we thinking here? Up in the top left corner. So yeah, we could do calligraphy of some sort. We could do stamps. Could do some kind of printing. Calligraphy. Plaid. Oh, I love that idea. Would that be good for this theme, you think? Oh, really, Brittany? Okay, you definitely have a color palette type then, hey? Because I'm the same way. I love this color palette, like the reds and browns and greens and stuff, but all like very soft. Plaid lettering. Okay, let's do plaid. It's gonna be a tight squeeze, but we can try it. Do you guys mean plaid like white gel pen plaid on top of the letters, or plaid as in like hollow bubble letters with red plaid inside? What do you mean? Just say white or red. I'm not sure, Paige. Plaid feels cozy, so I feel like it could go with skiing. Bubblers with red. Oh, that's a cute idea too. Stripes. Red. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to fit January if I'm doing plaid, you know, because that's a lot of detail to put in letters. Can I just do Jan? Would that bother you guys if it was your journal and it just said Jan? I definitely do that in custom bullet journals, but I feel like people often have bigger opinions on TikTok Live. So like, if I were to do it in white gel pen, I would fully color the letters. Like I would, in printing, but I would fully color the letters with red and then use white gel pen on top to do plaid like I did sparkles here. Just Jan is perfect. Okay, just Jan is fine. Okay, then let's do it. And I think I like the idea of rotating through the 3 key colors, but know the Jan? I think Jan is winning, so I'm gonna do the Jan. Or maybe I'll just do the brown, actually. I like how the brown looks. And it's a nice fine felt point compared to the red, so it'll be easier to keep my plaid consistent if I'm just using one marker type. Oh yeah, someone asked earlier what kind of markers I'm using. For this, I'm using a Lyra Aqua Brush Duo. The other colors though are Tombos and Crayola Super Tips. I use a variety, but if you're asking because you want like marker recommendations, I always recommend Crayola Super Tips. You can just grab them at Walmart or Amazon Very affordable, a lot of color variety, and the tips are like great, especially if you're just like starting out with any sort of lettering or anything. And I'm gonna wanna darken up the border of these letters, I think, because this is not really popping, or it's just kind of making the letters get lost, you know? But that's fine. We'll just darken them up. No page, the Ohuhu markers have like a fine liner tip on the other side. I'm just gonna use my other brown to do the borders instead so that they pop a little bit more. Just kind of clarify the letter boundaries. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna do a one-page calendar beside this, which I almost never do one-page calendars. So this spacing is not familiar to me. I don't have it memorized like I do with my two-page calendars. Oh, and let me remember what day. Do you guys remember when we were doing Janelle's last journal? She starts on Mondays, doesn't she? With her calendars. Does she do a Monday start? I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna go check my Instagram to see what I posted of her journals and if it has a Monday start, because I know I just posted her journal the other day. Let me see. Yes, she does start on Monday. Okay. So that always throws my calendar calculations off a little bit, but I did outline the center of the A. I don't know if it's just not showing up super vibrantly, but it is outlined. Okay, so she starts on a Monday, which means I always have to shift because my Apple calendar naturally defaults to Sunday start. Okay, so let me think about spacing here. One page calendar, I'm pretty sure I can do 4 across. Oh no, not quite, right? 3. Am I counting that right? Does anyone regularly do a one-page calendar? Let me think here, because I would need it to be a multiple of 7. So yeah, 10.5, because I can't fit 14. Okay, those are itty bitty boxes. Remy, I always do the flip throughs of full journals on my YouTube channel. Oh, thanks, Nessa. Okay. I'm just debating. She didn't specify for her calendar. I'm wondering if I should do flip it, but no, I feel like that's a little bit more. Then you have to flip your whole journal. I'm just trying to think. So if it's going to be 3 across, I could do it sideways. I know they were smaller page, so I know she doesn't mind like a bit smaller, but this is even smaller. The ones in her other journal were 4 by 4, and this would have to be 3 by 4. Do you think sideways would be better? If this were your journal, would you rather it be you have to flip the page sideways, but the boxes are wider, or you get to keep it this way, but the boxes are narrower? Because I know lots of people do single page calendars with just the taller and narrower boxes. Not sideways. Oh, you regret it? Okay. You know what? I'm seeing mixed reviews, but I'm going to go with portrait this time, and then I'm going to message her and ask before next month, because I'm sure she'll be okay with it. I know she writes small enough to have smaller calendars like we did for her other journal, but I just want to confirm. And this spacing is going to be all whack for me. So let's see here. January, we need 3 days up on the top. So I think I'm going to start my usual 8 dots from the top, just for the sake of being consistent. And then we need 3 days on the top. So 1, 2, 3. And I think I'll make it 3 by 4, because 3 by 5 I think might look a little bit awkwardly long. So let's do that. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. And down another 4. And another 4. Okay, and then this one, because it starts on a, yeah, having to do Monday start calendars always is kind of a little bit confusing to translate, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Also using a new calendar layout makes it a little bit more, or just less intuitive for me, but I think we got it. Yes, Maxime, this is Janelle's journal for 2026. We just started it today. This is all that we've done so far, is what you can see right here. Oh, that's a cute idea, T. I can add a chimney. Oh yeah, chalet, that's the word for it. Chalet. There we go. Oh, sorry, you couldn't even see that. Just added a chimney with some smoke. Yes, Stephanie, all of her calendars are going to be single page. And let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. What did I do wrong here? Oh, guys, my Apple calendar did me dirty. Do you see that? They put 30 days in January. So I copied that calendar. It's honestly, it's fine. It's going to be a super easy mistake to cover up, but I trusted Apple. There are not 30 days in January. There are 31. But that's fine. I am on 2027, aren't I? Okay, guys, that's another problem for another time. Because, okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. You know what? I'm just going to draw this calendar and then figure that out later, because everything else is going to stay the same. And I'm ashamed. This is a huge audience for me. And I just did the wrong year calendar. So if we could just brush that under the rug, it will be fixed on my own time. This is the correct calendar if you're having a Sunday start. So I might just ask her if she's okay with a Sunday start for the first month. But if not, I'm just going to paste a new calendar on top. But I want to check with her first. So I'm just going to write in these numbers because that's the only thing that will change. I can still fill in the surroundings. I know, that's what I thought of right away. Is Anderson is like, oh, well, I'll just ask her if she can do a Sunday start for this month. But I know on TikTok, I get kind of pounced on a little bit sometimes when I suggest logical solutions like that. But I know it's because she requested a Monday start calendar. So I know I should absolutely do what she wants. And I tried. That was an honest mistake. But we'll see. I'm going to check with her and see if that's okay or if she wants me to change it, which I am more than happy to do. All right. So I'm thinking we should probably leave her some kind of little notes box on the bottom here, because that's what I would normally do on a calendar page. There's just not a lot of room for it. But although I don't need to write the heading for January anywhere because it's already right here. So we could just do a notes box down here and then fill this spot in with some doodles. Or vice versa, a small notes box and then just like extend the scene onto this page. What do you guys think? I know, Anderson, but it is a mistake and It's a lot more chill when I make these mistakes on my own and not when I have an audience. Okay, so maybe I'll just, I'm just thinking if we're going to extend the illustration, it would be easier to do that on the bottom than on the top. You know, there's not really going to be much going on the top, so I wonder if we could put a notes box up here somewhere. It's just a squishy area. Unless we want to not extend the illustration and instead do something different that is related to the theme. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write notes going this way and then put a notes box beside in the same font because I love it. And I think I'm just going to do a second layer around the outside. I'm not going to get a darker green. I'm just going to darken it up with the same color to add a more clear boundary to the letter. Okay, and then we'll just do some highlighter lines in the same color as the snow. And then I'm not sure what to do up here because I feel like extending the scene, yeah, there's not a whole lot that goes on up there. So we could do like scarf, mittens, hot cocoa kind of deal up in that corner. Or we could add some more skiers. Another ski. Yeah, we could do mountaintops, but just my mountaintops are kind of boring. There's that. Mittens and scarves is cute. I know it's kind of like a separate theme, but I feel like it goes along with it well enough that we could just do it. So let's just do it. It'll be like cozying up in the lodge. Is it glitching really bad? I'm glitching for you too, hey? It's all good on my iPad, which is what I use to watch it and see comments since my phone is doing the overhead shot. I'm not sure why that would be. Fine for you? All right, we'll do a little... I'm wondering if it's like when I get texts or something that it glitches for some of you, or if it's not my problem at all. I don't know. All right, and then actually I'm gonna use the light gray. Just add a few little Yes, I will do steam coming from the mug. Still glitching. Ainsley, this is actually my next custom order. We finished Summer's just at the end of last week, and so this is Janelle's order that we're working on right now. We just started it today though, so these pages here are all that we've done so far. It looks so empty not writing the title above the calendar, but like it's right there. Maybe next time I should. What do you guys think? Title above the calendar, or do I not need it? Okay. I think where would I put the year page? Like I would, if I were gonna put the year, I would put it here. Just, I feel like if I put it here, then it looks like this is January, or this is 2026, but it's just 1 month of 2026. I wanna just do a little drop shadow here. Because when I added that other box, I got a little crooked, but that'll cover it right up. Okay, cool. I think I'll leave it then. And the next page that she wants is a 2-page family worship spread. And I still was kind of unclear on what exactly she wants me to do in that spread and what she wants to do herself. I'm gonna maybe title. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. I'm just gonna check my Instagram message from her and read it to you guys so that you can help me figure out what to do with this family worship page. So this was her idea. So these are the title page and calendar, and then family worship, basically like to schedule them for the month. So on schedule them for the month on Sunday. So I need space to jot those down, maybe some notes. Okay, no, never mind. That's not really gonna clarify how we should lay it out, I think. So I'm gonna skip that for now and get straight to the weekly spreads while I've got you here. Oh, Ainsley, Janelle actually ordered before Summer ordered, but she wasn't ready to actually design it yet because she hadn't received her journal for this year in the mail yet, since her journal for this year just started in July. So she ordered this in June before her journal arrived, and she wanted to actually try out her other journal before creating this one. So that's why there wasn't a slot open this time. That's very unusual. I never do it that way. It just is kind of how it happened, because she placed an order right away knowing that she wanted another one, but then asked if we could wait until she had actually had a chance to use her previous one. So, okay, let's look for some weekly spread layouts. And these weekly spreads only need spots for the 7 days of the week. There doesn't need to be anything extra. If there's extra space, we'll basically just fill it with like titles and doodles. So layouts like this are gonna work so much better for this one because she doesn't need any extra boxes for notes or anything like that. So I feel like that honestly just opens up a lot of possibilities for us. So I'm gonna screenshot this one as one option. And then let's see what else we find. Because she's just using it to keep track of like daily memories. She's not using it for planning or anything, so she doesn't need a spot for like tasks, notes, all that kind of stuff. It's just for at the end of each day or during the day, whatever, just writing down some memories for that day. This is kind of one of our favorites, and we could totally still do this. It would just, instead of having like bonus boxes at the bottom here, we would do a doodle down here and then fill this whole spot with the title. So that one would still work really well, even though we don't need the extra space for bonus boxes. Tall and skinny like this would work well too. Don't need any bonus boxes. Oh, how did this suggested one, how did they do their calendar? Yeah, 3x4, as I suspected. Okay, so that's the same spacing that we just did for her calendar. And here's another one. See, like, people do that. It's just, it's so small. I never do that, but it's not actually like uncommon. These are even smaller, 3x3. That's just an Instagram planner though, so that might be why. But see here. And here again. Yeah, that's 3x3 again. I feel like I don't really think anything of it when I see other people do it. Okay, that's cute. Okay, back to weekly spreads though. That was just affirming our decision to do a vertical calendar instead of flipping the page over. Well, actually, why don't we just vote on the 3 that we have? I feel like we have 3 good options for weekly spreads. Don't need to linger on Pinterest any longer than necessary. So let's do, we've got 3 options. If we could get a 3 option poll page, or if there's a different moderator here now, that would be awesome. So the first option is to do something like this. I don't know if I want to do each one as a little note page, just because I have to do 5 of these weekly spreads, not just one, so it would take a lot of time to do all those little lines and stuff. You could convince me to do it if you thought that that would be like, you know, really what you want. But if we chose this, I would default to just doing like not the lines and just a drop shadow, which is very common. I'm not like cheaping out here. It's just not what this one has. Okay, so that's option 1. But of course with our Jan title up there and then related doodles down there. Or with a 7th box. Actually, maybe we should do that instead. Give her a 7th daily box because she wants memories for each day, and then just do a little doodle and stuff up there. That was option 1. This is option 2. 7 days, doodles down here, Jan written up there. That's option 2. And then option 3, which you can't really see very clearly, but basically each day has a tall box, and then the whole top would be free for title and doodles. That's option 3. So we'll just do a 3 option vote. And reminder, our theme is this little ski lodge type of theme. So option 1 is to do this type of weekly spread. We'd add a 7th day here and do our title and doodles up there. Option 2, 7 days, doodles down here, title up there. Option 3, tall slim days, doodles and title across the top. Those are the options. Thank you so much for the follow, you guys, and there should be a little poll up there. Oh yeah, so Gina, she's just writing her memories into the daily boxes, not as a separate thing. That's what this whole journal is dedicated to, is just memories. So she's not having a separate box for memories. That's just what she's going to use it for. Option 3, okay. I'm going to leave this page blank because I'm not sure where she wants to go with this layout exactly. So let's do her weekly spreads. And I'm going to just start with a brown outline, I think. Oh, sorry, the poll is gone now, Alexandra. It has expired. Let's start, how far down from the top do we want to start this? Maybe like 6? I feel like that should be good. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 weeks for sure. Just confirming. Thank you, Lauren. Two, 3, 4, 5. And then I gotta do the spacing this way. And Nick Victoria, I have done book journals in the past, yes. I only take one spot at a time, so I don't have any spots available for that kind of thing right now, but in general, yes, if you were to place an order, you could choose to make it a book journal instead of like planning type bullet journal. Yes, Helen, thank you for the reminder. I'm pretty sure I did, but I will double check when we get there. Thank you for the follow, Nicole. If you guys are totally new here, because I know this is a bit more people than we normally get. If you are totally new here, would you put an emoji in the comments to say hi? My name is Rylee and I'm working on a custom bullet journal right now. So we're gonna be hand drawing every single page in this journal together on TikTok Live for my customer Janelle. No puzzle piece yet, Caitlin. Mar, Goofy, Nick, Victoria, thank you guys for joining. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, okay, good. The way I was gonna just keep counting weekly spreads. 6, 7, yep, everything's fine. Okay, let me start by dividing these. So Amber, Janelle locked in 3 themes for April, May, and July, and then gave theme ideas for 2 months that we can put wherever we want. And then the rest, we get to choose all the themes. So we chose this one to be this little skiing chalet, evergreens, that kind of stuff. And then I think we'll get to choose February as well. So a lot of freedom in this one. Now, I want your guys' feedback on this. So this weekly layout has 6 sections for the days, whereas our other ones, we're gonna do 7. Do you think I should just keep the weekend combined or rather put one day up here in its own box? Or split it, but I feel like then I may as well have them combined. So that can be the same option. Either keep them combined or you can do combined or separate as your comment for what you think. We can combine, we can combine. Okay, I do that as like a default for journals. I just figured since she doesn't have any bonus boxes, like normally I would be filling this space with 2 to 3 bonus boxes. So the fact that I'm not, like I feel like I should maybe give her more functional space to have the 7th day separate instead of combined. But yeah, normally I would combine them. Maddie, the journals that I use are the journals from my shop. So I have 2 colors available. Let me show you. For those of you who are new, I have 2 colors available right now. I have vanilla and clay, and every journal order you get to choose custom charms for your journal. So this was Daisy's journal that we packed yesterday. You can choose things like pom-poms. We've got little like strawberries, gems, seashells, that kind of stuff. And then for your freebie, you can choose to either have, the custom name page is in here, either have a custom name page for your journal, something like this, or to get some stickers or washi tape as your freebie. And if you use the code LIVE50 while I'm on live, you'll get 50% off, and we'll pack it up right here so that you can choose your charms, your freebies, all of that on live with us together. Let me see here. So maybe divide. Okay, I can divide. I just don't always default to that, but I can do it. Okay, so then I want that at 6.5. Hey, I'm just gonna mark that out on all the pages. I think the next time we do this weekly spread, I might push to put one of the days up here. Just, I don't know. I feel like since she doesn't have any other functional needs, instead of just doing doodles, because normally, like if this were Summer's bullet journal, we'd be doing a small little title here and then a to buy list, a notes, and a next week list, you know? So the fact that she doesn't need any of that kind of stuff makes me feel like I should give her more space for her memories instead of just having tons of doodle space. But for this month, we'll try it. All right, and I was thinking for the top here, I'm gonna go 4 dots down. Four dots down. Yeah, I could do some kind of highlight of the week or something for this weekly spread. Or even just like a bonus box that doesn't have a heading, so she can just like put a quote or a highlight or a verse or something for the week. But yeah, you're right. We could do something like that on the right-hand page and then fill the left-hand page with doodles. Paige, we're going with the tall, skinny days. Option 3 from that poll is the layout that we landed on. All right. Okay, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, perfect. And then January 2026. The first, so we're gonna have to backtrack to the Monday, which is December 29th. So that's what we want to put here. So 29th, 30th, 31, and then January 1st is on a Thursday. Does that sound right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I guess 4 would also be red with how I'm doing the spacing. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and then the 1st of February will fall right here. Oh, sorry guys, I keep being off camera. What are you working on in your journal today, Paige? Aw, cute, Paige. Okay, working through September. Nice. I feel like most people just do their bullet journals 1 month at a time, but you're getting ahead. Does that mean you already totally finished August? Oh yes, sorry, you were asking about the weekly habit tracker. Okay, let me tell you what I do for that because it's a simple question to answer. So I would just do, here, let me do this number first. So you're gonna need 7 dockered spaces. And then basically you can either draw a box like this with 7 dockered spaces in there and then write the habit on top, or you can do like a highlight and then circle in the 7 dockered spaces below. That's what I would do for weekly habit trackers, and then just stack a bunch, have like 4 of these stacked or whatever. That's what I would recommend for weekly habit trackers, if that makes sense. Just put them in the margin of your weekly spread somewhere. Or I guess if you have more space widthwise than that, you can do something like this. Write the habits over here and then have the 7 boxes to check off for each day over here. That's another one that you can do. Depends how many habits you're trying to fit, what kind of space you have available for you, whatever. That's how I would lay out a weekly habit tracker, in one of those ways. Yes, Alicia, we just started this one today. This is Janelle's 2026 journal. And we started off with this little skiing sort of theme here. So right now we're working on the weekly spreads, and I'm gonna go in and start stamping the days on now. Let me get my ink and my stamps. Oh, that's the wrong side. Hey Linda, how's it going? Oh, thanks Alicia. I haven't done this theme in years, but I used to love doing this one in custom bullet journals. I'm doing well. Yeah, pretty good day today. It was a bit rainy in the morning, so I didn't get to take the boys out in the morning, but it really cleared up at the end of the day. So we ended up being able to play outside before supper for a bit, which was nice to just get a break from the rain and get out of the house. Michelle, I normally do sell these stamps. Yes, they're just sold out right now. And so Contact Crafts is actually the company that produces them and sells them for me. And they're wanting to launch a new collection before they go ahead and manufacture more of this collection. So it could be a little while, unfortunately, because I'm trying to finish my pre-made journal before I take on the challenge of creating a whole new stamp set. So they won't be back in stock for a little while yet, but they will be one day. Just can't say when that day will be exactly. Nessa, I was like trying to figure out what your emoji was. I was like, dancing? What, are they wearing capes? I'm still trying to figure out what your emoji is. They remind me of like Napoleon Dynamite. What are those kind of fighters called? You know, with the mask and the cape. Wrestling? Okay, I thought there was a fancier name. I thought there was a fancier name than just wrestlers. You guys are making me feel silly. But I'll take your word for it. Wrestling it is. I don't think I've ever seen that emoji before, though. You're right, not Jolene. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah. I feel like my mental capacity just plummets by the time I get to a live after parenting all day. Like, we're operating on an empty tank here. Nacho Libre is correct. Luchador, okay, there we go. There was something more fancy. All right, now I would love some ideas for what to do with the top part here. I think the first thing we need to decide is just how we want to divvy up the space. So we could use the entire thing for a title and doodles, or we could leave a box here for like highlight of the week, a quote, memory, something like that, and do that on the right side, and then just do a title and doodles on the left side. Actually, Alex or Paige, would one of you be willing to do a poll? Just a 2-option poll to help decide that for us, because that'll be kind of the first step in deciding how we want to actually proceed once the stamping is done. Okay, so far everyone in the comments is saying a box anyway. So if we get a poll, we'll do it. Okay, Alex has got us covered. Perfect. Thank you so much, Alex. So option 1 is going to be to fill the whole thing with title and doodles. So that would give us a chance to do like a big font for January, some doodles, whatever we choose. But that's option 1. Option 2 would be to put a box over here for like highlight of the week, and then just do the title and doodles over here. That's option 2. 2 options, and I'm just going to keep stamping while you guys vote, and then we'll decide how we want to actually execute whichever option wins. Oh, that's so weird, Paige. Yeah, you and Stephanie were having issues, but it's been working fine on my iPad all evening, so that's bizarre. And no puzzle piece yet today. Like, it's so mysterious. I don't understand the puzzle piece thing, and then I just get booted out randomly like yesterday. All right. Option 2. Okay, and option 2 was to have a highlight of the week box over here, and then to just do doodles and a title on this side. So let's decide how we want to lay out this side first, because I'm more excited for that one. So option 1 is going to be a small title, still using this font, but a small title, and then more doodles. So maybe like a gondola, something a little bit bigger doodle wise. That's option 1. Option 2 is going to be to do big letters for Jan in our little plaid font. Maybe we'll switch colors week to week, whatever, but a big Jan, and then just some of our littler doodles, like maybe a couple little trees, or like a little skier up here, 2 little trees over here with the letters really large. That's option 2. Alex, would you mind setting up another poll for us? Just a 2-option poll. So option 1, smaller title, more like this size, so that we have lots of room for like a cabin or a gondola, some of the bigger doodles. And then option 2 is to have a big Jan, same font, but think like basically fill the page and then just do some little doodles beside it. That's option 2. And in the meantime, I don't really have anything to do, so maybe I will show you guys what I was working on today, because I know not a lot of you were here at the beginning, but I was talking about the pre-made bullet journal that I'm working on. So I've showed you guys all the themes up until August, because August, I did the entire theme today during nap time. Both of the boys slept so well. I feel like I haven't been so productive in months, but anyway, the theme that you guys voted on for August was an ocean theme. So we've got the blank page that every month comes with a blank page. All right, I want to show you. Currently, a poll that I have going in my story is whether I should keep the lettering all black for the title like this, or if I should leave it light gray so that you can choose your color and do your calligraphy on top of that. Right now, light gray is winning. So with this option, like For those of you who aren't familiar with my pre-made journals, it will be printed into a physical journal. It's not a digital download, a printable thing. It's a journal just like this, same pages, just designs on them. So then you can take your marker and just like color on top of these letters and make them the color you want. So if you have an opinion, please go vote on the poll in my Instagram stories. But yeah, that's what I was working on today. This is the title page. I love it. It's definitely the busiest title page in this journal, but I wanted to do something like this at some point. So August was the time. Here's the calendar. So we've got the little whale over here, the start of August, and then August, a whale. And every calendar has an empty spot for notes. Most months have a box, but I kind of liked the empty one for this one. The trackers, the memories page, and then the weekly spreads. So the weekly spreads for August have the title, again, really nice and big. And then on the opposite page, the little animal doodle changes every week. And again, there's open space for notes. So this week there's a little doodle there. Then we go back up to the top corner for a jellyfish, down for a crab, and then back up for a shark. So anyways, that's what I was working on today, which I just wanted to show those of you guys who weren't here at the start how the ocean theme turned out. But I am loving that. Did you hand draw the turtle and seahorse? Yes, I did. Light gray for sure. Light gray. Okay, you guys like light gray? Yeah, see, the thing is, I actually really love how... Okay, wait, what was option 1 in the poll? Can somebody remind me? What was option 1 in this poll? Was it a title all the way across? Now I'm forgetting because I was talking about a totally different poll, but Vanessa, yes, the outer cover of the pre-made journals. Oh, right, we were voting on this. Okay, small letters, big doodles. Okay. Perfect. Thank you guys for getting me back to speed with that. Okay. So yeah, that journal, the outer covers, I'm going to do at least 2 colors. I'm hoping more like 4 or maybe even more. Depends how things are going with the biz at that point. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, the light gray. The thing is, for August, I actually really like the look of black with that month because there's so much black outline. Like, I want the letters to stand out. But if I do it light gray, like, you can just choose to color it black. So I'll probably stick with light gray. Right now, that is leading in the polls by far, so we'll just go with it. But anyways, that's what I was working on today. It's been a lot of fun doing that one. And tomorrow, that means I get to start on the sardines theme. And speaking of tomorrow, I am hoping to do my live in the afternoon tomorrow, and then work on the pre-made journal in the evening for a bit. Instead of doing evening live, just to switch it up. So I'm going to alternate between the gondola being the main thing, the cabin being the main thing, and maybe for this month, I'll just do the gondola too. Or let me think. Should I alternate between something else? Oh, a lot of comments. Oh, Cadence, a new dishwasher. Our dishwasher broke. So we just moved to a new house. Skiers, yeah, I'll put a skier on, probably on both. Or I guess I could just focus on skiers on that one. Okay, and then we'll do gondola as the main doodle here again. So yeah, we moved to a new house. Our possession date was June 20th, but we only actually moved June 30th because we moved provinces. We had a wedding in our former province that we wanted to attend before we moved. That was after our possession date. So anyways, that's just how it ended up being. And so on our possession date, our realtor came and like checked the house for us to make sure that everything was as it was supposed to be, you know, as described. So he ran a quick rinse on the dishwasher. Everything was working fine. That was on the 20th. But then when we got here on the 30th, the dishwasher was completely shot. And so what we think happened is there was a big storm on the 26th and it caused a power surge that completely fried our dishwasher, which just like, it's very ironic because my like countdown thing, because we didn't have a dishwasher at our old house, my countdown thing was, okay, like 3 more days until I have a dishwasher. Only 2 days of doing dishes by hand. I hate doing dishes, so I was so excited for it. And then that was like the one thing that got totally fried, and it's actually like on our watch because we technically own the house. So anyways, now we have to buy a whole new dishwasher, which we bought it today. But like, dang, dishwashers are expensive, and not an expense that we expected to have to drop right now while we're also looking for like furniture and all that stuff. So that was just a joke. We started a dishwasher fund for all of the orders that evening would be covering my dishwasher. But yeah, that's the reel that I posted today, was about my dishwasher dilemma. And that is why. Oh, right, I should be adding a little chimney to these, shouldn't I? And then what color should I write Jan? Should I cycle between all of our key colors for all the different weeks? Or what do we think? Of evening. Big toe theme. That would definitely be one of the oddest theme requests I've had. This is a memory keeping journal, Maddie. It's just, she wants classic weekly spreads, and then she's just gonna use each box, instead of it for planning, she's gonna use it for like memory keeping, just kind of writing about the day and reflecting on that. So yes, it is a memory keeping journal, but it's set up. That's the theme of the page I'm on right now. What? Oh my goodness, I see what you mean. That's funny. We will eventually turn those into little gondolas, but for now, I can see the big toe resemblance. All right. Almost done with the lettering. And then I'll keep fleshing out these pages a little more. So let's start a little skier. Sunday's down here. Because CJ, it starts in January. That's the beginning of the journal. But I didn't want to just start her with half the week. I want her to be able to start on Monday. So we included the end part of December there. This is going to be the start of a skier. Let's see, where else do I need red? I won't do any more red here. Yeah, we'll do some red on this page, maybe a scarf. And maybe here we'll do red for the skiers. Toque and scarf. I won't do any more red there though. Okay. Let's see. I should add the gondola cords now. Ooh, a list of favorite themes I've done. I don't have a list. Like, I can think of some that I like, but I don't have a list. Just like a running one. Can only see big toes. Nice. Now that I actually turn them into gondolas a little bit, now you can see big toes. Give this person blue pants. All right, let's add some hills. Let's see here, what color should I do next? Actually, maybe I'll do my brown so that I don't forget to add the little like wood grain to the log cabin or the chalet. Because it definitely adds to it. Goth or spooky, like I've done Halloween themes, but that's about it as far as spooky themes go. All right, then let's add some green. We'll give her a green jacket. We did a Halloween theme not long ago. Was that Patty's journal that had our most recent Halloween theme? I think so. All right, let's use black pen, go back through once more with black pen, and then I need to go through with white gel pen, and then I think we've got all the details that I want to add. So I should do maybe a last call. If you do have any interest in placing a journal order tonight and getting your charms, getting a custom name page, or whatever you choose for your freebie, after I'm done these little doodles up here, I'm going to be done. So if you would like it to be packed tonight on live, this is your last call for tonight. And if you are interested, don't forget to use the code LIVE50 so that you get 50% off while I am on live. And we will pack that up for you together. before I leave. Okay, was that all that I needed to do in black? I think so. And then I'm gonna work going this way with green, or with white. I'm writing on green. And my brain is fried and ready to sleep. I'm gonna put a little doorknob on here, add the snow. Thank you, T. Yeah, I like this one too. It's a cozy one, and like I love this color palette. If I had to choose just like one color palette to use, I feel like it would be this, just over and over. Although maybe I would add a yellow, because I do like having a yellow to work with. Oh yes, smoke coming from the chimney. You're right. I forgot to do that when I was making my pass with light gray. Almost done here. Okay, let's add some smoke. Up there, and then again here. Cadence, I moved to an earlier time zone, so I know this feels like an early end for me, but it's 10 o'clock now, so I normally aimed to end at 10 o'clock, even when we were living in our old house, but I usually wasn't successful, but that was always what I was aiming for. Okay, I feel like I could just quickly write in highlight of the week or something like that up here, and then I was thinking of maybe doing like a plaid box to have them in, since we did the plaid lettering, but just like a really light plaid that she can write on top of. Or should I just, what do you think? Should I put a title on it, like a highlight of the week? Or should I just do like a box, patterned box that she can put a quote in, or a verse, or a highlight of the week, you know, but just kind of have it set aside to be used for something like that? Does it need a heading? Just because she didn't, you know, specifically request anything. No title, just box. Okay, cool. I feel like that's what I would choose, but I never know if that's just me. Okay, and I think I'll make the box outline. Maybe actually I'll just do it in brown for everything. Pattern box, no heading. Sounds good to me. So let's just do a little box up here. And then, yeah, she can use it for some kind of highlight or note for that week. Something she's thinking about, reflecting on, grateful for. I feel like Janelle likes having just like spaces for that kind of stuff. No, okay, we'll be choosing a new weekly layout for February. And I'm thinking we'll probably do what we did last time and just kind of choose a new weekly layout for the first 3 or 4 months, and then start repeating at that point. So either repeat the same 3 weekly layouts 4 times, or the same 4 weekly layouts 3 times, which is what we did in summer's bullet journal. And that's also what I've been doing in my pre-made bullet journal. Chose 4 layouts, and now I'm rotating. And I'm about to enter the last rotation in the pre-made journal, which I feel like I still have a long way to go, but I'm really encouraged by how much I've been able to get done this week on it. All right, and then this will take a little sec here to do all the lines. So bear with me, we'll go this way first. This really is just like the wintry version of the cottage theme that we just did in Summer's bullet journal. Like it's got the same sort of boxes and everything. Doorknob, you're right. Thank you guys for all the likes. I see you and appreciate it. Oh, that's so true, Anderson. Her other journal, I didn't even think of it like that. But yeah, July in her other journal was the little summery cottage theme. And then January in this journal is like a winter cottage theme. What is Caitlin? Like the number? I'm a little bit lost, Caitlin. Sorry, girl. Oh, the number on this marker? This is 990. Tombow 990. Yeah, it's a nice light one for doing this kind of thing. Or if you are on a budget and you don't want to spend $5 on a single marker, you can spend $5 to buy the Crayola Colors of the World, and they have like a million different shades of super light markers that you can use for this kind of thing. Although obviously the Crayola Colors of the World have a bit of a thicker point, so you have to be a little bit more, like you just can't press down hard for this kind of thing if you're using them. Whereas with this one, I don't really need to worry about that, so I guess that's the downside to those, but they've got great colors though if you're looking for something like this. Okay, this is not working to have that page in my way. No, Kay, it still hasn't. I got another order out for delivery and it was more baby proofing stuff for our, we have doors now that have like the little like lever doorknobs instead of the round knobs, which are so much worse for kids. So now we have to get all these little baby proofing things. Otherwise, my baby can get himself outside onto the porch unless all the deadbolts are locked, which my toddler will come around and unlock for him. So the pond, oh yes, the pond theme. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I can show that. And studio tour, absolutely. But Anderson, right now it's nothing. Like right now it's a desk in the middle of the room and then cardboard boxes all around. So it will be a while until a studio tour video is ready, but I will do something like that for sure. Laura, yeah, I know. They're so annoying. Like both of my boys figured out how to do them before they can even walk. So like they just would fall into the room because they'd open the lever and then lean forward and they can't like control themselves. Yes, Caitlin, sardines is next. I'm going to start on that one tomorrow. which I'm excited for. Sorry, I'm just taking my socks off because I'm getting warm down here. Our basement is usually freezing, but I've got so many like lights and stuff going on in here that when I've been on live for a while, it starts to really warm up. Oh, a washcloth on the top and shutting it. Okay. That makes sense. Yes, Catbug, this is the first month in Janelle's bullet journal. We just opened up a fresh one and started it today on live. And we're just finishing up the month, aside from one page that I just need to clarify with her. But all the rest of this month is basically done. I've got one more page to plaid, and then we're free from drawing straight lines over and over. Thank you for the gifts, Mary. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is number 6 for her. Number 5 or number 6 for Janelle. And she uses my digital ones as well. All right. Let me show you guys where we are leaving off with this journal. So yes, like I just said, we just started this journal today for Janelle. She chose a vanilla journal for 2026. So we are starting off with a title page and a calendar here. We chose this little skiing chalet theme together on live. Janelle gave us a lot of freedom to choose the themes. This page, I need some more clarity from Janelle. This is going to be a family worship page, and I'm not exactly sure how she wants it laid out. She described to me how she wants to use it, but I'm having trouble visualizing how to lay that out. These are the weekly spreads that we voted on for this month. And so we kind of changed up the little top corner doodle each week, but we kept the layout the same till the end of the month. And that is where we are going to end it for today. Cadence, to answer your question, technically yes, but I have been going live almost every day since March, and the total that I've earned from TikTok is about $3.70 Canadian. So yes, I do earn, but it's like 1 or 2 cents per live. So if you watch the replays on YouTube, I get something. But yeah, this is mostly a way to just like revive my account and get you guys involved, because I really let this account die over the last few years, and it's been serving its purpose. I definitely don't make money from TikTok for doing these lives, but it has been serving its purpose. I have revived this account in a sense, and it's been driving a lot more sales because you guys find me on live and then you decide you want to start bullet journaling and you buy from me, and that's kind of like, that's how I'm able to make money off of lives. I'm in Canada, so I can't make any money off of TikTok at all other than a few cents for lives. So it's really just trying to drive traffic to my journals, which for those of you who have bought a journal, thank you. And even for those of you who haven't, just being in the lives shows TikTok that they're worth showing to other people who might then buy my journals. So thank you for that too. But this is where we are going to leave off January. Amanda, we don't have TikTok shop in Canada either. So it's brutal out here. TikTok is not a great platform to monetize in Canada. That's why it's not my priority platform. But it is the best platform for going live. That's basically all that I use TikTok for. And then I repost some of my Instagram stuff on here. But yeah, there's no TikTok shop in Canada, no creators program, nothing like that. So this is definitely not my platform for like earning money, but it is my platform for just kind of finding new people and showing them what I do. And it's been working for that. And it's a lot of fun going live. I've never gone live before, but I've been really enjoying TikTok for that purpose. Now, let me show you the pond flip through that you have been asking for all evening, Caitlin. So for those of you guys who haven't seen this journal, I'll just quickly show you all of the themes and where we're at in the pre-made journal. I won't show you every page because you'll get sick of me. But so far, the themes that you guys have chosen, and all of these have been chosen on Instagram. For January, you guys chose a cozy cottage theme. So that's what we've got here, which, I mean, we did a little bit of a cottage here for January as well, but different. So every month in this pre-made journal, it's going to be printed into a physical bullet journal so that you guys can basically treat it as like a coloring book planner. So it's not a digital download or anything like that. It will be an actual journal, same size, same paper thickness, everything. So January, you guys voted for a cozy cottage theme. Every month has, a blank page beside the title page. So that would be here, then a title page, then a 2-page calendar with an open box for you to use for whatever you want. Trackers, 6 habit trackers, and then 1 kind of more robust tracker for something you want to track more specifically. A memories page, and then weekly spreads. And the weekly spreads cycle through, so every 4 months, I start the cycle over again. So that is January. For February, you guys voted on a bows theme. So we've got our little open page over here, the title, the calendar spread with an open box again, the trackers, memories, and then this is what the weekly spread looks like for February. For March, you guys chose a plants theme, and in March I introduced the like doing your own calligraphy sort of thing. So it's done in very light gray, and then you can color on top of it with marker. You don't need to know how to do calligraphy. You can just treat it like a coloring book, color it on, and you've done your own calligraphy there. And the blank page, title page, 2-page calendar, and then trackers, memories, and the weekly spreads for March look like this. Then for April, you guys requested a tulips theme. So again, we've got the blank page here, the title page, which again, you get to do your own calligraphy, the calendar page, open box for some notes or something, trackers, memories, and then this is the weekly spread here. And then May. Okay, so this is the pond theme that you were asking to see, Caitlin. So I went with this little layout here with a little rowboat and some pond doodles. This is the empty page that you can turn into whatever you would like. The 2-page calendar spread is over here, trackers here, memories here. You can like paste in pictures, draw little doodles, write in quotes about the month, highlights, whatever. And then this is what the weekly spread looks like for May. So this is the left page, this is the right page, and then again, an open area for whatever you need. And the weekly spreads are slightly different every week. I like change out the little doodles. So this frog is like in a tube and that duck is swimming different, and then like a rowboat or whatever. So every month has the same weekly layout for all the weeks of that month, but the doodles do change on every weekly spread, even within the month. Oops. Okay, and then June is a seashell theme is what you guys voted for. So this is what I did for the seashell theme. The blank page here just has a matching border. Here's the calendar page, so left side, right side with a big open box for some notes or something, trackers, memories. You can put your pictures and memories into boxes instead of just an open space. And then these are the weekly layouts for June, which again, the little like shell doodles and border doodles are what changes on this weekly spread. Then for July, you guys voted for an ice cream truck theme. So this is July. Got our ice cream truck. There's the open page, title page, first page of the calendar, second page of the calendar. Again, do your own calligraphy. There's the trackers, the memory keeping spread, and then this is what the weekly layouts look like for July. But again, the little like doodles change each week. Then for August, which I did August today, my boys napped so well, I got to do an entire month. This is August, which is super busy, which is why normally I like to do bigger calligraphy in color, which is why I've been leaving it gray for you guys. I have a poll going in my story right now as to whether I should keep it black or do it light gray so that you can choose your own color. I think it looks great in black, but even if I do it in light gray, like you can choose to do it black. So right now, light gray is definitely winning so that you can choose your own color. But if you have an opinion, go put that in my story. The blank page for August is here. So blank, title, 2-page calendar spread. We've got some little whales and then August and an open spot for notes. The trackers, memories, and then this is the weekly spread here. It says August down the side in big lettering. And then again, spot for notes over there, different little ocean doodle every time. So that is where we're at with the pre-made bullet journal. That means the next month is September, which we've already decided we're doing sardines. So that is what I'm going to be working on tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, I am really excited to finish this one up. I am hoping to get it, all the designs for the journal itself, for the packaging, everything off to my manufacturer sometime in August, so that this can hopefully launch in October, because it does take a while to actually put together and send off to me and all of that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one, and I'm glad that you guys are too. That makes me happy. But yeah, thank you so much for joining the live today. I will be live tomorrow, but it will be in the afternoon time slot. So whatever time it is for you right now, fast forward like 8 hours, that's when I'm gonna aim to start tomorrow. Chelsea Marie, that's what I'm working on right now, is a fully custom journal. I'm gonna draw on all of these pages for Janelle, but I only open one of these at a time, and my next availability will be in August. So, Brenda, do you mean the one that we were just looking at on my iPad that I was just showing you like the drawings for? I'm just gonna check and make sure I don't have any orders that I said I would pack tonight. Nope, none tonight, that's fine. Oh, the custom. So the custom is going to depend, first of all, on how many months you order, second, what your currency is, and then third is if you're using a discount code, like the code LIVE50, you can use for things like that. But yeah, so the price, it's not just a simple answer for that. But thank you guys so much. I will be posting my next opening when it comes, or closer to when it's coming. So for those of you who have questions about that kind of thing, you can just stay tuned here or on Instagram or whatever. But yeah, hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. If anyone is interested in ordering a journal, I will pack it up tomorrow on my live. Go ahead and use code LIVE50 to get 50% off. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you very much for